I made it. I made it to the Oil Creek State Park Gerard hiking trail. Drive in this morning was not great. It was okay. I came in 80 east into Pennsylvania, and then the roads were fine until I got to 79, and then the visibility just disappeared. And we played peekaboo for a while there with the road. Sometimes I can see it, sometimes I can't. So it is what it is. We are there's a lake effect snow warning. It's supposed to go till 10 a.m. this morning, and I stopped at Sheets to take a look at the weather real quick, and they extended it to 6 o'clock. So we'll see what happens here with the weather. We expected it to be pretty snowy. To be perfectly honest, I was worried this whole place would be snow blasted, and it's not bad. There's maybe 2 inches on the ground, and I can already see the blazes. So I mean, that's good. That's step one complete. Like, I can see the yellow blazes. The blazes are going to be yellow and white. So the white ones I was really worried about, but the yellow I can see. And it stopped snowing, so that's good. It's a good start. I love these trails where it's like step one, straight uphill, which is what we're doing now. I'm kind of hoping, I was worried that I was going to need snowshoes, but I don't think I will. But I'm kind of wishing right now I would have brought some crampons or something, some cleats. This would be slippery. We got 8 miles to go today, and I've never been here, so I haven't. It's a new trail I've never been on, so it's going to be interesting to see just how it goes. Might be slow going to get to the lean-to. Like, that has a fireplace and stuff. Should be pretty dope, or cool, if you will. We'll see. I figure worst case scenario, as long as I get there by dark, I'll be fine. Worst case scenario, I can wait it out. If it starts snowing real heavily, right now it's not bad at all, but I feel like it's going to be slow going. I got my walking sticks. I took the rubber boots off and just went straight to the carbide tip so I can dig in a little bit, but it's definitely going to be a slow trek today, just because I don't know what the conditions of this trail are going to be. At least I know it's not going to be muddy, so there's that. I'm fueled up and ready to go. I got a text from Nick early this morning, and he's like, he went to Waffle House, right? Because that's Nick's go-to, is Waffle House. Every great trip starts at Waffle House. Best breakfast in North America, Nick says. That's fine. It's a fine breakfast. He likes getting it's like a $4 deal or something. I don't know what it is. But my breakfast, especially if I'm gonna be hiking all day. Oh, we can see some animal tracks today. Got some rabbits. Is usually the biggest cup of coffee I can get my hands on, and a big steaming bowl of 5-finger death punch. That's how I like to start my day when I'm hiking or whatever. So we'll see what the day brings us. It's starting to, snow's picking up. I don't know how well you can see in the distance there, but visibility is probably quarter mile. On the road at times it's really bad. Once I get into Oil City, it cleared right up. The roads are fine, no big deal. And then it just got bad again as I got to, I'm at the Rind Farm or Rind Farm. That's where I'm starting. It's a nice little park on the river here, on the Oil Creek, which is what we're going to be following today. And I don't know, that's it, man. Lots of rabbits around here. Walk-away shots are pretty cool and all, but then you got to come back to the camera. Well, That's the part that sucks. Well, my GoPro battery's already about dead. I don't know how or why. Sucker was fully charged. Luckily I've got more, but I don't know if you can see, it's really starting to pick up now, the snow is. Looks really cool, man. It sounds, you get the, like that sound of the snow. It's so freaking quiet out here, it's amazing. So have a listen at the old snow. Take a little look around here. Very nice. All right, so I'm all re-geared up again. The snow's pretty much stopped, and the sun came out, and it looks nice again. We're getting these snow bands coming through, and they really, man, it pours down when the sun comes out, so it's not too bad. It's just enough to make it pretty, you know, scenic, if you will, and then you know, it stops so that I don't, you know, die in a snowstorm, which is it's not what I want to do. This is really, I was thinking about what I want to do today, and that's one of the things I really do not want to do. So we're doing good so far. I'm not gonna lie, this looks super cool when it's snowing out. Here, we'll take a nice little quiet walk here, maybe. Trail goes both ways, no way. I never would have guessed that it went in two directions. So far, this has been pretty much everything I'd hoped for. I mean, really. I'm glad we didn't get scared away by that lake effect snow warning, because this is pretty awesome. So freaking quiet. Unbelievably quiet. You can barely see past the other side of the creek there. Ooh, snow's getting a little deeper up in here. On my way up this morning, as I hit 79 and the snow squall started to really hit me hard, my brain's like, hey, what are you up to? And my heart says, we're going camping. My brain's like, yeah, I know that, dummy. But why today? Like, maybe this isn't the best move. Weather conditions do not look good. My heart's like, yes, all the snow, all the camping. And my brain's just like, boy, you dumb. Right now my heart's winning. This is it's worth it. It's totally been worth it. Yeah, we're getting deeper here in the snow. Probably, I don't know, 4 inches of snow. They were talking a foot. We ain't there yet. Might get there though, who knows? Well, found a little picnic shelter, and it's almost 1 o'clock, so I figure it's time to eat. I haven't eaten anything today other than my large cup of coffee and my big steaming bowl of 5-finger death punch. So I brought some ramen noodle soup. And I tell you what, once you stop, man, it is time to button back up again. That is for sure. Fun fact, not really sure where I am right now. This, I believe, is the petroleum. Wow, my hair, I don't know if you can see it, it's getting all frozen. It's all frozen. My beard's getting a little frozen too in season. A little frozen beard action. So, on my map, this should be the petroleum center, which would be the halfway point. Means I have another 4 miles to go, which is fine. I'm making good enough time. I'm not worried about time. I mean, I don't need to be there till 5 o'clock, really, so we can get a fire started before it gets dark. But so we're not worried for time. But my trail, the name of the trail changed, so I'm still following Yellow Blazes, but it went from the Gerard Trail to the Delzell Trail, and that ain't on my map. So I'm guessing this is Petroleum Center. Up top there were a bunch of signs, so hopefully they'll tell me, you know, where it is. There seems to be, I'll be the first people I've seen today. I see some cars up there. I haven't seen people, but I've seen cars. I haven't seen footprint other than my own for the last 4 miles, you know, since this morning. But snow's been keeping up pretty good. That wind hits you once in a while, man. It's a real punch in the gut. It gives you, it just gets you. Other than that, I've been pretty good. I can't complain. I'm glad I was just gonna make like a little protein bar action, but it'd be nice to have a hot little bowl of soup, hot little bowl of ramen, and then after I eat, I'm gonna go ahead and figure out where I am, because it's always nice to know where you are. You know. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little scary. It's a little scary when you're like, you know, it's like this outside, and your trail name changes, and you don't know if you're going the right way or not. You know, it's just a little scary. Just puts a little, you know, makes you want to move a little bit faster, because you're scared to death that you're gonna die out here alone in the freezing cold. Just kidding, it's not that bad, but I do want to make sure I find my trail so I'm not screwing around, you know, walking all over the place looking for it, because that's just annoying. And oh man, I can smell that ramen noodle as soon as I open that bag. That's the stuff right there. One thing I learned on one of our previous trips was my butane gas doesn't work when it gets this cold, so I've got we switched to propane, and that works at the colder temperatures. Okay, come on, baby, where you at? All right, got a little cooking pot, a little propane in there. Stove out. And let's have a little lunch, and then maybe go figure out where exactly we are. I was really hoping to find a picnic table, because I was like, I'm kind of getting a little hungry, but I don't want to have to set all my stuff in the snow. A, because it gets snow on it, and B, because if it falls in, it's gone, man. It's gone. You'll never see that again. So I don't want that to happen. So let's cook up a little noodle soup. I can tell you, there goes the truck. Hot bowl of soup right now. You don't even know. You don't even understand. You can't even fathom how good this is right now. This might be the best soup I've ever had in my life. Upgraded my glove game for a little bit. Man, when you stop moving, you start to remember how cold it is out here. That's, I think, the high today, 25. This not too windy, but you get some gusts here and there. The low tonight's supposed to be like 19, 17, something like that. It's gonna be cold. Gonna be cold. I went and looked, there's a map up here. This is, I think, a petroleum center. There's like an oil derrick over there, like a, I don't know, kids can play on it, like a jungle gym. I don't know what it is, but there's some swings, and it's like an abandoned, you know, park. Bathrooms and stuff, which are obviously all locked up. But I saw where I am. I did get off a little bit. I'm supposed to be up just a little bit north of here. Now I'm not far off. I came straight, and I should have just made a little right up to the road. So I'm pretty sure there's a sign up there, and I'm pretty sure it's going to tell me how to get back on the Gerard Trail. So we're in business. We're still in good shape. Not feeling as worried as I was a little bit ago. This is so good. I could literally just rub this all over my body. It's so good right now. So we'll finish up my soup, repack, and finish off this last, we got 4 more miles. Do this last 4 miles. Well, that hill really warmed me up, warmed my hands back up. My hands are turning into blocks of ice. Whew. So I did get squirreled around somehow. I don't know what happened, but I must have accidentally taken a connector trail, and I was off track. But we're back. We're back in action. We've got the sign right there. We're back where we need to be. I ran into, there's 4 guys coming up behind me. Looks like they're just coming in for a day hike. So I talked to them. They're out here a lot, so it's nice to get a little scouting report. Make sure I was going the right way, especially after walking up that hill. I hate to do that twice. Still snow on the ground, so still cold. I'm glad I'm walking again though, man. My hands got so cold, holy crap. My fingers were not moving right, and I'm like thinking about switching out to my heavier gloves. But a nice little stroll uphill. Get the heart going good. Gets that blood a pumping. And then everything warms up. And you're fine. And you're like, man, this is tank top weather. Because you start getting so warm. Okay, back onto the yellow blazed trail. So I just got here, and I got a little fire going, and a wild Nick showed up.
Hey.
Nick, how are spirits right now, Nick?
They're going good. I'm just glad that I made it, and I'm in one piece, and I'm still alive, so.
Yeah.
It feels good. It feels good to be able to sit down on something that's not cold, and.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a journey. That's like that's the journey that I just went on. So
this is some real adventure today.
Yeah.
Like this was some real hardcore adventure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the fire going here, and we'll see how Nick's trip in was, and I'll talk about my trip in a little bit, and we'll go from there. Let's show you around the old house here. This place is pretty cool. Nick is manning the fire. We got a little chimney action here. This is our little lean-to with a tarp on one side. If I back up anymore, I'm gonna be. Should have brought another tarp, but there are a couple of little cabins here. Picnic table action. It's pretty. It's a pretty cool setup. It's actually really neat. There's quite a few other people here. Bathrooms, which I believe were open. I think they're just pit latrines, but still, I saw someone go in earlier, which is cool. You can see the other cabins, and this is our skyline. It's a pretty good little shot. A little tarp action. So we're once you stop moving, man, you get cold. You get real cold real fast. So we're trying to warm ourselves back up and rest a little bit after our trek. But good trip. Yeah, there's a pretty good little skyline action. All right, we're gonna build this. We're gonna just build a raging fire. Turn this into a sweat box, I think is the idea. Okay, it's on. Roasting some wieners by the fire. Got our mac and cheese on the boil, ready to go. I don't know if you can see anything. My little GoPro light kind of decided the batteries are toast, just like all the other batteries in my life right now. Well, that's okay. Got a decent fire going. It's really warmed up, hasn't it, Nick?
Yes.
It's
like at least 15 degrees warmer in here than it is outside.
Yeah. Because it's barely 15 degrees outside. Period. So Nick, you want to recount your so Nick is obviously an avid fisherman and the best fly fisherman I know.
This is not my wheelhouse. I normally hike to fishing places and fish. But yeah, today was I thought I was gonna die. So there's this 6-mile stretch that Casey will go through tomorrow, and hopefully he fares better than I did. So I have cramped up, and I'm looking forward to getting a good night's sleep and seeing if my body is going to be good to go tomorrow. But the good news is tomorrow it's going to warm up significantly.
Should be above freezing.
Yes, above freezing. So I'd like to thank Casey for bringing the hot dogs. I'm completely ill-prepared for this trip. I just brought the wrong stuff. I didn't even bring a tent in case something bad happened. I would have died out there. My key today was to just keep moving. Any time that I stopped, I thought that I was going to freeze to death. And then I started going at a really slow pace, but at least I was moving. So it is a lot of switchbacks. There's a lot of like sketchy areas, especially in the snow. I think if the snow wasn't here, like you'd feel better about your stuff. But there are some like things that you're like, wow, if I like slip here, I'm going to like roll down, like
To my death.
to my death.
To my death in the creek. Right?
Yeah. So.
That's where they'll find me, somewhere downstream.
Yeah, Casey introduced me to hiking. Hiking is kind of like walking with a purpose, and but he just didn't like start me out like on the small kids. No, it was like we're on like the significant roller coaster.
We went straight to hard. This is
Right.
the hard level.
Right.
If we were playing,
Right.
if we were playing The Witcher, this would be the Death March. This is the Death March
Yeah.
version.
Yeah.
So you're welcome.
Yeah. Thank you for introducing me to this new genre of outdoor adventure.
Oh, hello, hot dog. Hot dog got a little blowout there. My trip, I shot some video on the way up. It was, it was what it was. It was, I'm not gonna, it's pretty much the same experience Nick had. I think Nick's pretty much covered it. But, the good news is we get to do it again tomorrow. So there's that. And the other good news is it's going to be super cold tonight. But we've got macaroni and cheese and hot dogs. And Nick's going to get a special treat, but he's got to work for it. He's going to find out what he has to do later for that. Because even though he's had a pretty rough day, we're going to make it a little bit worse. Because it's just how I operate, I guess. And we're probably not going to be friends after this.
We'll always be friends.
I'm just kidding.
We like, it's weird when you do these trips, like when you're in the moment and you're like, my gosh, this is really tough. Like, but then at the end, like when you're all done, it's like...
You accomplish something. You feel like you've really done something.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why I truly enjoy doing this stuff, but I just do. Like, suffering is cool. Like,
Suffering's
being in
fun.
the cold weather is enjoyable to me. Like, I don't know why.
It makes everything so much better, though.
Right. Yeah.
Like, heating.
Right. Like, yeah, it just makes you appreciate things more. And then, like, you'll be like, I'm not going to do that for a while, but then you're sitting at home and then you're like, you know what, it'd be cool to do that again. Like,
Right.
And they just, hey, let's do this. Okay.
Really good hot dogs. I'm glad I brought 2 for both of us. I should have brought 3. I think we've earned at least 2 hot dogs,
Yeah.
if not more.
Yeah. I'm pretty much worthless camping partner for Casey. So I'm not even like, if he's Batman, I'm not even like Robin. I'm like just a random guy in the street that has no special superpowers. Like I tried, like I really did try. Like I really tried. I did like some internet research on bringing stuff, and then like I was really good like the first 2 miles of my hike, and then I just wore down.
I had the same thing happen. The last mile and a half for me, I could feel it. Like I was really like, it was a grind. It was a straight grind that last mile and a half. There's mustard in there too if you want.
Thank you.
And the fire was slow to get started. This wood's all wet.
Yeah.
It's been a rough day. It's one of those days where you get here and you almost are like, maybe let's just get in my sleeping bag and like we're done. Like,
yeah,
that's
I'm
it.
done for the day.
So we'll be back in a minute with a little post-dinner treat. All right, Nick. So I brought treats.
Okay.
Now I've got some treats over here. The
All right.
treat I'm going to offer you is a zinger.
Oh wow.
It's a coconut. No.
Okay.
So in order to get the zinger, you have to sing me happy birthday because it's my birthday.
Oh.
It
Okay.
was my birthday on Tuesday.
Okay.
And you have to mean it.
Okay.
And if I feel like you did a good enough job,
Okay.
I have something a little better than a zinger.
I'm a big fan of a zinger.
So I'm going to sit here and eat this while you sing me happy
Okay.
birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Casey. You're only 41,
I can live that.
42.
No, let's just stop there.
Happy, I said, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Casey.
Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you what, Nick. You earned yourself a zinger.
Nice.
I'm going to tell you something else. I felt like you really put your heart into that. So before you open that,
Yeah. I'm a big fan of the zingers.
I did a little research this
Yeah.
week. Little, like, I sent some spies in your room.
Okay.
And I found out that this is your favorite.
Oh, yeah. They were asking me about Little Debbie's.
Yep.
They were asking me about what's your favorite Little Debbie. That was where that came from.
Yep.
Thank you. Casey, thank you. You're the best. I didn't even know it was your birthday, and I'm pretty much worthless camping friend.
And you got a nutty buddy out of it.
Yeah. The best day of my life. Minus the fact that I hiked about 10 miles.
These zingers. So when I was a kid, I was like 5. And they got a picture of me. I'm hoping to put it on the video, but I don't know if I can get a hold of it. But they had one of these, and this is my birthday cake, and they put 3 candles in it. It was my 3-year-old birthday.
That's a good birthday cake.
And they got a picture of me blowing out the... Mm-hmm. That's the first time I ever had one of these. That's pretty good. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
Little raspberry coconut Twinkie action.
I've always been a fan of the Nutter Butter.
That's what I heard. I'm a Star Crunch guy.
I think that's the number one selling of Little Debbie, I think, is the brownies. And then these, and then like the Star Crunch is up there pretty high too. Zebra cakes are also up there pretty high.
We had a little Debbie trade and share party the other day. So everybody brought in boxes and we traded.
Nice.
And I forgot about a lot. Like, I don't eat a lot of this kind of stuff anymore. I forgot about, like, a lot of stuff, like the cosmic brownies.
Yeah.
And I never liked the cupcake stuff. That's Hostess.
No, that's Hostess's job. They're the cupcake experts. Little Debbie has no business being in the cupcake market.
The oatmeal cream pie, magical. God, mind blowing. Oh.
Like, you could have gave me anything here because I'm just trying to get my body refueled for tomorrow.
Hot dogs, mac and cheese, nutty buddies. Right. Boom.
Yeah.
Done.
What are you doing with your boots then? I'm worried about my boots. They're going to be frozen in the morning.
Yeah, I don't know. My thing is...
You just set them up here?
I'm going to change my socks. I don't know. I think I'm just going to let them be frozen. Just pay for it in the morning, you know? Just put them on and... I'm going to change my socks right before I go to bed once I take these off because they're wet. And then in the morning, just wear those socks in it. Because I'm sure the socks I'm wearing right now, there's no way. They'll be frozen solid.
Yeah, I'm worried about my socks too.
Socks are key. Socks are money. I mean, that's...
Yeah.
Socks, hats, and gloves. That's like my...
Yeah. Like
the only backup clothes I brought besides what I'm wearing. I do have a coat. But socks, hats, gloves. That's what I really brought backups of. Because if I didn't have dry socks tonight, I think I'd be in like serious trouble. There'd be like real problems, real consequences tomorrow. Well, I don't know. I think it's probably it for the night. Probably sit here and warm up. It's about go to bed here in a little bit.
Yeah, it's gonna get cold.
Yeah.
It already is cold, but
hope you've enjoyed our trip so far, whatever you've been able to see, seeing as how my stupid little side light doesn't work. God, it makes me so mad. My freaking microphone broke today. My side light batteries are dead because it's so stupid cold. I hate it when stuff doesn't work. It makes me so mad.
I'm just glad I made it here.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't die.
Yeah, it was a pretty tough one.
I'm glad nobody got hurt too. That's as slippery as it was today.
Yeah.
I'm glad nobody got hurt. That's what I was worried about, was slipping and like breaking my ankle. Something stupid.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough getting out of the sleeping bag in the morning.
Oh, gosh.
All right, we're gonna sit here and complain for a little bit before we go to bed, so might as well shut the video off.
Yeah. Good night, guys.
Good night. Sunday morning, and Nick had a really good fire going all night, as you might have seen in his video. Now we're playing the Melt the Snow game to replenish our water supplies. And this time of year is kind of tricky because, like, you know, we have pump filters, we have bag filters, we've got all kinds of filters. But in this weather, once you filter water, all your stuff's going to freeze solid, and then your filter's shot. So this is the, you know, having snow to melt is good. If there wasn't snow out here, I don't know if I would have come out, just because there's no, in terms of getting water, it's tough. The only other thing is to boil water, which that takes a long time. Like, it takes a significant amount of time to boil water, which melting snow isn't exactly a quick process, especially when you fill up your cup and you get like just a, you know, like a little bit of water to fill up. But we're getting there. Gonna have a little breakfast, and I'll sign in again once we hit the trail. All right, so Nick just left about a minute ago. Now it's my time to head out. I'm not gonna lie, leaving the fire behind is hard. It's a hard thing to do. It's about 18 degrees right now. It's supposed to get above freezing, which is good, but it's also bad if this stuff starts to melt. So we'll see how it ends up today. We've got Dragon Falls ahead of us, and just under 10 miles to go. So it'll be a little bit before I meet Nick at McDonald's. First thing I do is pick up the yellow trail, and then we're off and running. I have no idea how far I am into the trail, but it's been, like Nick said, it hasn't been too terribly bad. I will say a lot of the spots that yesterday would have been really muddy now are just straight ice. A lot of ice today. Froze up overnight. A lot of, I'm not going to stop and take a lot of video because I've got a lot of ground to make up since my hike's a little longer today, but a lot of pretty pictures like this one here. Lots of nice little baby waterfalls. I just passed, I think it was called Plum Dungeon Waterfall, and that one was okay. It wasn't really worth stopping to take a picture or anything. I do believe there's another waterfall that's supposed to be more impressive, so I'll stop, get the camera out for that. Man, my right knee was starting to hurt a little bit, and then I fell on my right knee, and now it doesn't hurt as much, so that's either good or it's really bad. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I've only got, 7 more miles to go. So I finally reached the point of no return. This is, Nick said, up to this point the hike's going to be pretty easy, and it hasn't been too bad. It really hasn't. Besides the ice, it's been pretty good. He said after this point, he said, once you get to the sign that says Drake Well 6 miles, let me get a little better picture. He said once you get there, that's when the going gets tough. So we'll see what kind of adventure we're up for here, but hey, it's part of being an outdoor adventure club, right? And being just a fool. Just a straight fool. I bumped into some friends along the trail after one of the bigger hills, so I stopped and took some pictures. The deer were pretty calm, cool, collected. They must know that hunting season is over. And there was a whole family of these guys out. I think there were 7 in this group that I saw here. Some little ones, some moms. Didn't see any bucks, but they're all out foraging. It was a nice day. So, I mean, after the storm the previous day, I'm sure the deer were all pretty well hunkered down. So they were out and about. So I think I saw something like 15 deer today. This is probably the best picture I got because they were all pretty far away from me. I was kind of looking for bears, hibernating bears, looking around tree stumps and stuff like that. Just from the trail, we'd heard the day before that someone had seen a hibernating bear. So I was kind of hoping I would see one from a distance, of course. And I saw one turkey that scared the living crap out of me when it, jumped and flew out of a tree and made a ton of noise. So little deer action here. I've made it to this sign, which is good. This is I don't know if you can see it because the light's kind of, There we go, Drake Well to the left, so I'm going to keep going that way. This is the swinging bridge to Drake Well section. So if my map is correct, and this is the point where I think I am, I've got 1.56 miles to go, so about a mile and a half. According to my topographical map, it should be mostly downhill from here. We'll see if that's a liar. I don't know. I'm not going to lie, though. I feel bad what I did to Nick last 2 days, because he said that this side was really hard. And I did. I hit the one hill. It was absolutely devastating. It was just a nasty hill up, and I mean it was straight up and then straight down the other side. And it was icy and muddy and pretty much as bad as you could imagine condition wise. But after that, I mean, there's been some ups and downs. I mean, there's probably one other hill that was not nearly as bad, but it was still pretty good up. Other than that, I've been making good time. I'm flying through this. I've been at it for four hours, and I'm 8.5 miles, so I'm easily clearing 2 miles an hour, which is good. That's in these type of conditions with the trail, I consider that a victory, big victory. So that's good. And in fact, the one section I timed it out because I had a marker, and I was making 3 miles an hour at one point. The big hill really slowed me down a lot. That was a bad hour right there. But hey, we're trucking, man. Mile and a half, and we'll see where Nicholas is. We're back.
We are back.
It was a rough, we just looked at our health meters.
Yeah.
And, what was yours? You go first.
I had around 10 miles that I traveled. Casey did one more. I'm sorry, I had 9.6 miles. Casey had like
I had 10.5.
10.5, so he did a mile more, and he finished about the exact same time. He's an Ironman. He's a true Ironman, so we can barely walk. I feel like like I've aged about 40 years. So
the worst part is when you get in your car, like I got to Nick's car and he was driving here with our gear. We decided not to stop at McDonald's because we finished about the same time. So he brought the gear here, and I sat in his truck for about 10 minutes, and that was all it took.
Yeah.
And now my legs don't work anymore. They just don't do anything anymore.
Yeah. But good time, good stories. So
yeah, it was a good trip. Saw some good stuff. In video I talked about that one hill was just absolutely brutal. It was just devastatingly brutal.
yeah.
Saw a lot of deer today. Saw turkey. You saw the ice dam, I think you said.
Yeah, I saw the ice dam today. I
Good.
saw no animals today. So
That was about it, though. Oh, it's been a nice day. It's significantly warmer today.
yeah.
It's not snowing like crazy. It's not windy. It was.
No, but we got a good story to tell that we hiked this trail on one of the coldest days of the whole entire year. So
Yeah,
not many people can say that.
that's for sure.
Slept in. How cold did it get last night?
It was 12 this morning. We
12
checked your
degrees.
phone,
Yeah, 12 degrees.
which was
so-
a lot colder than they said it was
yeah.
going to be.
Casey gave me a good introduction there on hiking. So we didn't start out on the kiddie ride. We started full force, 4 below, and yeah, it went pretty good. Hopefully,
Yeah.
I'll be able to walk.
I felt kind of bad. I talked about it a little bit. I felt bad. I should have started like Wildcat Hollow or something a little more like introductory, but
We're okay. That's how we do things here in Outdoor Adventure Club. We do things full tilt.
full tilt.
So whether it's on the trail or on the water, we'll see you next time.